it's really hard to pinpoint exactly how leaving the Watchtower Society affected me, because it really affected so many aspects of my life. I guess the first thing is I realized all my friends weren't actually my friends, because as soon as I told them, I mean, it was, at the time, it was, I was just going to take a break from the meetings. I didn't really know what I was going to do. But I'd had people disappear on me, people who used to be witnesses, and they just disappeared without saying anything. And I know how badly that hurt, so I didn't want to put my friends through the same thing. So I went and told them all exactly what was going on, and everyone except one completely just left me. And even if they didn't say that they can't hang out with me anymore, they stopped. They all stopped. I mean, that made it easier for me to leave, but it also made me reassess what friendship is. You know, if someone I've been friends with my entire life can just drop me like that, and they really weren't my friends in the first place. So that was shattered. That concept of friendship, a lot of things were shattered. Like when I left, where am I going with this? I don't know. Like I used to think I was smart. You know, I still think I am, but I mean, but now that I left, I realized that I don't have any critical thinking skills at all. Like, I'm having to develop them now in my mid-20s, and I could never think about anything. Like, something was presented to me, and I couldn't make a judgment on it one way or another, because I didn't have those skills developed. I couldn't decide whether the information was good or bad, or neither. I couldn't give a value to any information I was given. And when I realized that I couldn't do that, that was really shocking. And I've been trying to develop those skills, trying to have more opinions, but it's really hard. It's hard to do that later in life. Another thing is, I mean, like, my family stuck with me, but it's not the same. So, like, my family isn't my family anymore, even though they are, but they aren't, and it's really tough. It's just really tough to have to reassess all those relationships and see where you are with everyone. And, you know, in light of the fact that I don't have any more friends, I've had to try to make friends, and I realize those skills aren't there. Because, you know, in the Watchtower, all your friends are made for you. You know, you can decide whether you want to hang out more or less with this one person, but basically who you can be friends with is already decided for you, and you have no way of developing those skills if it's done for you. So I've really struggled with trying to make new friends, and I'm getting there. I'm making some friends at school. I'm getting more involved at school and making friends there, but it's just when these things are told to you from a young age that you're special and you're going to live and everyone else is going to die, that's really hard to get over. And most of the effects were done to me before I left, and the effect leaving is what I'm trying to be normal again, and I don't know what normal is. I don't know. It's all really confusing, and in order to leave, in order for the truth to not be the truth anymore in my brain, I had to go through like a mental breakdown. I I had to be seriously depressed for like 3 months while I was trying to go through school and trying to exit the Watchtower as well. I was seriously depressed for a while, and I don't even really know what happened in my brain. I just knew I had to leave, and I knew it was the end, but it took a long time for that to break in my brain. And also, I realized in the Watchtower, you don't really grieve for people when they die. Because I had a friend who just died last September, a year ago. And when I left, when I got out, it had still only been a few months since she died. And one of the big things that really helped me get out was at her funeral, it wasn't really a funeral, it was just a talk. You know, it wasn't about her, it wasn't about her life. It was a public service announcement to be stronger in the truth so you can see her in the new system. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I'm still not better from her death because I didn't grieve all the way, and it's taking a long time, and I had to grieve for myself, my own mortality, and I had to grieve for my grandparents, and I had to grieve for everyone I had lost. And it took me about 3 months to do that, and I'm still not over it because it's not complete. What they give you, what the tools they give you to deal with this, it's not complete. There's definitely a lot of effects from leaving the Watchtower, and I'm still learning some of them as I start to make friends in the real world, and I start to realize the differences between me and them. I wonder, I don't know how much of it is myself and how much of it is given to me by the Watchtower. I'm still trying to sort all that out. But I'm getting there. I'm actually so much better now that I'm out, and I can actually see myself for who I am, and I can see other people for who they are without the judgments given to me by the Watchtower, without looking at myself, without questioning, am I going to make it in a few years, a few months, a few days till Armageddon? Will I make it? No, I probably won't make it because I'm not going in service like I should. That is all gone. I take myself for who I am, and I try to make myself better if I see flaws. And that's amazing. Like, that's something that you can't really do in the Watchtower. And I take other people for who they are too, without the judgments of good or bad. Because most people are mostly good. And that's just how it is. And the judgment that the Watchtower gives to you, it hinders relationships with real people. Anyway, that's about all I wanted to say with that. Thanks for watching. This is AirbrushMercenary.